Hey folks, Sean here with the latest edition of Beer-snobby goodness. As you can see, I've already poured this one, which is a little out of the ordinary for me, but couldn't wait. Christmas came early. I did a trip to Rehoboth, Delaware last weekend. I go to a place called Atlantic Liquors. Very good place, good selection, and there are times when I find things that I really shouldn't be able to find. Such as Bourbon County Stout, for example. Locally, I live in southeast Pennsylvania. Couldn't find this stuff anywhere. I mean, it came out and it was like gone very quickly. So, Atlantic Liquors had like a dozen of these on the shelf. I only picked up one for a simple reason. $15 a bottle, and there's just only so much I'm going to pay. But, I've had this in draft a few times. First time having a bottle. And, let's face it, I mean, most people seem to know about this one already. I mean, you got your, since it's a bourbon barrel age, you're going to have, vanilla characteristics, oak characteristics, and of course, bourbon. So, take in the aroma here. It's probably the strongest sweet vanilla bourbon note I've ever smelled on a beer. I think that is the strongest. Definitely very apparent on the nose. Got that sweet malt character, a little bit of vanilla. I mean, you can smell the bourbon and oak very prominently just on the nose. So, not a beer for the faint of heart. This one clocks in at 13.8% alcohol by volume, IBU rating of 60. So, this is definitely one you sip and savor when you don't have to go anywhere. So, and with that, I think I'll dive in. Cheers. I can taste the hype. Whoa. Okay. Pretty prominent vanilla. There is definitely an above average boozy burn on the back end for this guy. Can definitely taste the oak. I can definitely taste the money being spent by Goose Island, which is the brewing company that makes this. And it definitely tastes like something they put some TLC into. So far, I'm quite impressed. Can't wait to see how this is when it gets warmed up a little bit. So, gonna go do that. I'll catch you all in a bit. Cheers. There's one seriously boozy beer. Holy crap. It's good. As I said earlier, you can definitely see the you can definitely drink the money that was invested here. Honestly, this definitely pushes the limits. For those of you who are into a bourbon barrel-aged stout, this definitely pushes the limits as to exactly how much booze you want in that bourbon-aged stout. This is... the flavor is almost, at least for my tastes, almost too robust. Especially as the beer warms, that bourbon character almost becomes overpowering. But for the bourbon aficionados out there, this bottle of heaven right here, no question. Very potent stuff. I can understand why when a store announces they've got this stuff coming out, in stock while you've got a line going out the door for it. So it's but yeah, very boozy on the back end. No vanilla character really towards the end. It's basically bourbon and oak all the way right at the end. Definitely roast, good, definitely above average amount of a smoky tone to this one as well. So it is absolutely not a beer for the faint of heart, even for those who are partial to a more potent stout, either bourbon aged or otherwise. But Bourbon County, I can now say I've tried it and been duly impressed. So there it is. Till the next time, this is Sean. Cheers.